Ticka 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 ticka. For the show we got this ranger to wrangle with the danger. He'd rather be at peace with nature, not that kind of haymaker. On a quest for a treasure, he'll have to toughen his leather. He'll charge ahead, whatever. Cowabunga! Well, here are some ruins. They're not underwater now, but it appears they may have been before, so I think it still counts. There's ocean ruins. Ah, a fossilized egg. Just what I was looking for. Oh, and some clay records. Got to be careful. What's being exposed in the humidity? Aha! Excited to dig again more. Tomorrow. Now to resume the excavation. Oh, evidence of mummification. It happens naturally in the desert heat often. Seems someone was quite dedicated to preserving the history of this peninsula. Or maybe they just like to doodle and didn't have programmable digital electronic computers yet. Well, that was quite interesting. I was dreading having to battle dregs from the deep. Drowned delinquents. But seems I found the ruins peacefully, which is more my cup of drinky drink. And I guess I did really need the axolotls in my party. Don't worry, I don't think they heard that. Those big appendages are gills nowadays. Dare to hurry back to the beach. I've decided to come to this isolated island for these eggs. Incubation is my specialty. Although, I'm not sure why this was part of the challenge. To deal with these ancient fossil things. Seems kind of ill-advised and inconsiderate to do, but anyway. These jellyfish didn't react to either the polar or the tropical seas, particularly, so I figure I might as well place them in these temperate waters. As good as any. I guess that was a sound of appreciation. I'm sure they're fine. Yeah. Egg city. And I decided to make a campfire to try to warm up the eggs. There's a type of campfire you can make that's called upside down, where you put the sticks or logs on the bottom and the tinder upon the top. And then the tinder will fall down over time into the logs, and the fire will keep itself going. So you don't really need to tend it so much, and it will eventually put itself out. And you might be able to even reliably time it. So it's good for when you're about to go to bed, as the fire will keep going while you're sleeping. Oh. Fire can also be good when trying to signal for rescue. If you are, say, stranded on an island or some such, as the smoke could go quite high, especially with a lot of roughage underneath, that can signal to rescuers on passing ships or aircraft, perhaps. You could also use a brightly colored cover of fabric, perhaps, such as a bright orange or green, to get their attention. And you might also use a reflection of, say, a magnifying glass or a water bottle or even the glass screen of your mobile cellular phone. You just hold it up to the sun to get a reflection, a glint. Incidentally, you can also use it to help start a fire. Mm-hmm. But remember to practice proper fire safety and put out the fire when you're not using it. Now back to egg sitting. Your regularly scheduled egg sitting program. 12 hours later. What? What? Um, hmm. Where to start with whatever this is? Quite the sight. And sounds. And sniffing. Well, I suppose that these weren't jellyfish, but actually deflated hecklers. Of course I knew that all along. And I guess they were just grumpy in the nether because of the heat. So that's why I brought them out here. Because I knew that all along. They remind me of when my youngins were born. The soft cooing and red splotches on their faces and seeking of attention and such. And these things... they're some combination of something. Some sort of hybrid something. They're monotremes because they lay eggs. Let's just go with that. Classification is my specialty. So remember my youngin sounding like a strange combination of peacocks and dolphin monkey sounds. So, eh. Many more hours later. Well, looks like they've all grown up. I think. Oh. This reminds me of my youngins when I saw them last. Constantly groaning and looking for food. And wandering further and further away. Anyway,